till I'm victorious. And I will defend, and I'll do marvelous. No, I won't give in, I'm so glorious. Until the end.
Listen, I should do that just do that for a whole hour. Just dance to that song for a whole hour. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3. Is this episode 3? Yes, episode 3 of season 5 of Wrestling Talk Radio. I'm your host, Big Keys, for everything and anything wrestling. And shout out to my studio audience. I know, why are y'all so quiet? Why are y'all so quiet? Like, come on now. Delayed reaction. What is with y'all, man? No, y'all stand up for the whole show. I'll stand up for the whole show. The hell with it. Hell with it. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? Like I said, it's your boy Big Keys for everything and anything wrestling. Coming on, like I said, this is episode 3. Right now, I'm by myself. I am waiting for my fellow co-host and special guest who hasn't been on in a while, who actually is going to be the MC for tonight's main event topic that we will be discussing. So, but he will be on later as well as my other 2 cohorts. Anyways, before we get started, big couple of shout outs we're going to give. Shout out to my homeboy Sean. You're a boxing fix. If you're a boxing fan, I know y'all saw what happened on Saturday. Crawford defeated Canelo Alvarez to win the super middleweight, lightweight, heavyweight, intercontinental heavyweight I-264 heavyweight hardcore championship on Saturday. Shout out to Crawford for doing the damn thing. And shout out to my co-workers for coming through. Sadiq Spence and my home and Selwyn. Sorry. Gave y'all a shout out. My apologies. All right, shout out for them for coming through, watching the fight on Saturday, man. Definitely had a good time with y'all. But your boxing fix, shout out to my boy Sean. Covers everything and everything boxing. Go check out his Instagram, Facebook, everything like that. If you're a big boxing fan, he keeps it up to date with everything regarding boxing. I'm your source for wrestling. He's your source for boxing. Hey, you got to get the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? I got to find somebody who, speaking of which, MMA. If you're an MMA person and you like post a lot of MMA content or you have your own page covering MMA, hit me up. I wanna put you out there so that way people can follow you as well. So hit me up. I'm always about, making, trying to expand and trying to get everybody out there and trying to do the damn thing with everybody. So if you are MMA and you got your own show, podcast, or whatever, let me know. I'd love to have you on to talk wrestling. Keep us updated what's going on with the MMA world, UFC, whatever. Definitely, if you do that, hit me up. Definitely, I want to do a little collaboration. Also, shout out to the Two Fat Guys podcast. Danny, I apologize. I should have asked you to be on the show. If you are watching live and you want to be on, hit me up now. I don't know if you're sleeping now. It's 9 o'clock here where I'm at in Virginia Beach. But, Danny, I apologize for not asking you. This was kind of thrown together at the last minute. So, sorry. I will reach out to you next time. All our shows are pretty much thrown out together. It's kind of like, hey, you want to do a show? You want to do a show? Hey, Keith, let's do a show. All right, we'll do a show. We haven't done one in a minute. But life happens. Hey, we can't control it. But anyways, with that being said, like I said, we got a good show for y'all tonight. But also, make sure y'all like us. Speaking of Wrestling Talk Radio, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, follow us on X. I don't keep X updated as much as I can because you only put like 5 words in X, and that's it. And I update. And if y'all see what I post for Instagram, it's longer than that, and it's not going to go on X, unfortunately. But make sure y'all check us out on Instagram and Facebook. I keep everything updated from Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. I did miss Collision because of the fight. I was tired as hell because the fight didn't go off to like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't update Collision, unfortunately. So I apologize in regards to that. But I promise I'll make sure I'll be on my shit next time in regards to that. Anyways, with that being said, we got a couple things. I'm going to get some little bit of housekeeping out the way, and then hopefully by the time they get on, we can go ahead and discuss the main event topic of the week. Couple of pay-per-views coming up this Saturday. We have All Out from Toronto, which has a special start time of 3 o'clock Eastern time. I believe it's at 3 o'clock. I don't know. I think it's at either 2 or 3. I have to check this out. 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 The pre-show's at 2 and the event starts at 3. So they have the zero. I guess they have their 0 hour at 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's a special start time at 3 o'clock. Because as y'all know, WWE is doing WrestlePalooza at 7 o'clock on ESPN. So, the ESPN app. Let me correct that because I know y'all motherfuckers gonna be looking like an ESPN at 7 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, it's college football on. Yeah, it's on the ESPN app. This is the first pay-per-view that's going to be on the ESPN app. As y'all know, they're done with Peacock, or at least WWE pay-per-views are. They're still doing NXT on Peacock, but the WWE is on ESPN on the app. I think it's like $29.99 a month to pay for that. So the days of the events on Peacock are done. Let's use NXT. So I know y'all have various ways to watch, and I'm not invested in it, but I'm sorry, ESPN. I'm not paying $30 to watch an event. I have other ways to watch it. So let me stop before I get myself in trouble. Anyway, but All Out, the AEW All Out is on All Out in Toronto Saturday at 3, and then of course you have WrestlePalooza at 7 p.m. on Saturday night. So I'm pretty much, my Saturday is booked also with college football, wrestling. My Saturday is booked. So I am booked solid. So if anybody want to ask me to do something on Saturday, no. I will be watching wrestling, college football all day on Saturday. We're going to go over a little bit of the All Out events since we got a little time here. I got to waste a little time. There are, looks like, I want to count. When I counted, it was 10 matches on the main card, which is, AEW. They do like 35 matches on one card, and the pay-per-view is like 9 hours. But they wanted, originally, All Out was supposed to be like Saturday night thing, but then WrestlePalooza came. WWE announced WrestlePalooza. And of course, that knocked it back to, they wanted to do earlier time, so they want to have to compete with WrestlePalooza. As a wrestling fan, thank you, AEW. This works for me. I can watch y'all, then I can watch WWE. So it works out for my benefit as a wrestling fan. Plus, when I update the page, I can update the AEW page. I can update everything at the conclusion, because usually what I do is I review everything from the end of the pay-per-view, then I post it on the Instagram and Facebook page. So that way, if y'all miss something, if you want to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to. And then I watch WrestlePalooza. Then I watch the WrestlePalooza, and then I'll update that as well. So if y'all miss anything, I do the same thing with all the TV shows. And shout out to Danny from the Two Fat Guys podcast. I forgot to tell them where y'all can follow them at. They're also on Instagram. They're also on YouTube. I'm on their show periodically from time to time. Shout out to them guys. I still got to have a meeting with y'all so we can work on that collaboration coming up soon. I don't know what we're working on, but definitely I got to get a meeting done with y'all so we can do that collaboration. Shout out to Danny, who's been on the show a couple of times, and his homeboy. Definitely got to have y'all on for a show. So we're going to get that. We're going to get that on and popping Sunday soon. So that being said, like I said, if you miss anything with AEW, Danny, I was mentioning Danny's name because he gave me a shout out in regards to how I post everything after the shows are concluded. So y'all, that way, if y'all miss anything on Raw or SmackDown, I kind of do a synopsis of what happened on the show. Pretty much the key highlights, like if there's a key moment or if there's an important match that happened or a title match gets made, I always try to update that on the page to keep everything updated. So that way, if you miss something from Raw or something like that, you just go check out the page, kind of get an understanding of what happened. If you don't get the opportunity to go back and watch Raw, SmackDown, Collision, Dynamite, whatever the case may be. So, anyways, with that being said, let me go over the card for All Out. I'm not gonna pretty much focus on the undercard matches. Well, not undercard matches, the pre-show matches. They're just pre-show matches. Y'all can find this information out for yourself. I'm gonna go over the main card matches really quick. I'm just gonna do a rundown, so that way we don't have to do this on the show. We can go ahead and get back to the main topic of the week. All right. With that being said, a couple of the matches on the card. We got Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR in a tag team match. Y'all, if y'all know the backstory with this, FTR turned on Adam Copeland, aka Edge from WWE, he used to be, and then Christian has pretty much turned face, and he joined Edge and Adam Copeland, and they're teaming together. So that's the tag team match that's going to happen at All Out. I thought this was going to be for the tag team titles. They didn't put the titles on them yet. I can see Adam Copeland and Christian having a title run, before a tag team title run before the end of their careers. I can't see that. So this should be an awesome match. I'm definitely looking forward to this match. Also, we have let me go down a trios match. We have the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP versus Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. As y'all know, the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, they actually cost the Hurt Syndicate the tag team titles at All In. So that's where this beef came, and this where this match pretty much stemmed from. So trios match and MVP's in this match. MVP, he's not really retired from in-ring competition, but he's only limited to getting in the ring. So it's a rare chance we'll get to see MVP in the ring. So, but he has. Well, we got to guess. Hold on. We got to alert. Pause everything. Hold on. Wait for it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. He hasn't been on. I don't know when the last time he's been on the show. I think it was like 1997.
Hey.
When the Attitude Era will start, at the height of the Attitude Era, that's when the last time he was on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky.
How's it going, everybody? Pleasure to be back. It's been a while. I apologize. My contract kind of lapsed a little bit there around the end of Q1, so it's been a few weeks, months.
We got to talk about your contract off the air.
We're not talking about that. That's not for you to discuss.
You didn't read paragraph 6, line number 2.
I told you not to bring that up. Damn it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
The nerve.
You gotta. I told you to read that, didn't you? I told you. Did you sit down with your attorney and talk? And did you just go through the contract page after page?
He told me it was good. What do you want from me? Jeez.
Thomas, don't read shit. I told both of you in regards to we discussed. You know what? Never mind. Well, sorry, y'all. I apologize. I want to apologize for that. We're not supposed to talk about business on the air. Ricky, we'll address this after the show because this is in the contract.
I blame you for this.
It's not my fault. You should have read it. No. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna put the blame on me. Okay.
I already have. So
I'm the host. We don't put the blame on the host.
Too late.
We'll talk about it off the. We'll talk about that. We'll have a little discussion off the air and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, this could be Ricky's last appearance on the show.
Now I really got to talk to my attorney because that's not what I signed.
All jokes aside, Ricky, man, glad to have you on, man. Ricky, I was just going over quickly over the All Outs lineup on Saturday. We got a lot of wrestling on Saturday. We got All Out at 3:00. We got WrestlePalooza at 7. So I told people, I'm like, do not bother me on Saturday. I'm booked.
Reasonable.
Along with college football. So I have college football.
Stance.
Yes, college football and wrestling all day on Saturday. So I am not to be bothered on Saturday.
That is a fair stance. I will be watching a Notre Dame game at a Chicago Guinness Brew Pub, so I totally understand.
Yes, I am booked on Saturday with wrestling and football all day, and then Sunday I'm booked as well with football. So that
tracks.
Yeah, my whole weekend is pretty much booked. So it's pretty much and I told people from September all the way to February, if you're going to make any plans, please give me a 72-hour notice. So I can plan not to be there. I said, any weddings, I will send you a wedding gift in the mail. Oh, I don't know if you want to discuss it, Ricky. Speaking of wedding, Ricky, would you like to tell everyone, or that's up to you. I will let you go ahead and say it.
Yes. I went on vacation for 2 weeks to Brazil with my girlfriend, and while we were there and moving and actually went into Argentina, I made her my fiance. Thankfully, she said yes. So, thank you.
Congratulations to Miss Fella.
Yes.
Now she will have to pull up with the chaos that is our group. So
she'll have to put up with everything that is me, which is a big part of. So
okay, she has been warned.
Yes, she is very aware.
Our childish antics.
I am a child and I do perform antics. So
okay, and our horseplay.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we keep some horses out of it, but I don't want to talk about that out here either.
This is the one reason I'm single. Anyways, but we'll continue.
You said it, not me, brother.
It's the one reason. Yeah, my horseplay and my antics are the one reason why I am single. But one day it'll be a Mrs. Keese. Hopefully, one day. We'll see.
That's the plan.
So, Ricky, have you been keeping up with anything in regard now? I know Ricky, if y'all know, is our New Japan. Shout out to Lucas who put me on to Ricky in regards to New Japan. So I definitely thank him for that. And Ricky, anything, I know I asked you in regards to anything. I don't know what's going on. Last time I heard anything about New Japan was pretty much what's his name winning the G1 Climax, and that's pretty much all I've known.
I mean, the only thing that's really of note is Zack Sabre Jr. He's the main guy at this point. He has been their standard bearer. I believe he's now a 2-time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, if we're gonna be honest about it, at the end of the day, New Japan in many ways is in a slump. Their attendance as of late has not been very good by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't know really how you solve for that, because the big exposure exists in America on multiple at this point, if you count what may come of TNA's potential television deal. You got 3 main promotions in the United States on major TV deals. Right now it's 2. It's the WWE, which includes Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and you have AEW. And if TNA, which I'm betting would happen, gets a good TV deal with the backing of the WWE in an effort to compete with AEW, you're looking at 3 different American promotions with international reach. AEW at this point is putting on multiple shows across the UK and across Europe in general throughout the year. The WWE's expanded heavily into Europe. So it's only a matter of time before some of that kind of pesters over into Japan. Now, Japan in general does have a very loyal culture when it comes to wrestling. So international promotions coming in is welcome here on a select basis, but those fans are very, very loyal to the Japanese promotions, whether it's New Japan, All Japan, Noah, any one of the promotions that exist. But the problem is the U.S. promotions are going to get all the talent. Look at what AEW's done in the past 3 years. Who have they signed that's been, big stars in general? They signed Kazuchika Okada. Obviously, they started with Kenny Omega in the promotion. They signed Switchblade Jay White. They've signed Will Ospreay. They've signed Katsuyori Shibata. They've taken a good deal of talent from New Japan. Naito is not signed with New Japan anymore. There's not a lot of mega star power that they built up in preparation for this to happen. At the end of the day, you look at when Okada was there and still the top guy, but wasn't really at the top of the card as much. The younger version of the Three Musketeers really didn't get opportunities to really grow and flourish. So as a result, you look at a lot of their top talent, and the roster is very thin as it relates to very eye-catching in many ways talent. And as a result, their sway in the marketplace really has diminished. So unfortunately, I don't have too much information to provide, simply because of the fact that a lot of what was really gassed up for many years by people like Dave Meltzer and PWI Insider really isn't getting the press that it used to, because the focus is so much on the American promotions.
Good old Dave Meltzer. Good old 5-star Tokyo Dave Meltzer.
7 stars.
Seven. Excuse me. 7 stars, Dave Meltzer.
Oh, God. So, I unfortunately don't have much to update on that front.
You can have a match with a Pringles can and a Mountain Dew in a Tokyo Dome. He'll give it 10 stars.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But I noticed, I see a lot of the names, and I hear a lot of the names are pretty much either retiring or they're leaving. But it looks like, from what I'm noticing, looks like they're making Konosuke Takeshita, they're making him a absolute star.
Takeshita is the Japanese wrestler of the day in many respects. He really is. He got really popular in America when he first started with AEW. It's gotten to the point where AEW and New Japan are basically sharing him, and he's an absolutely phenomenal talent. okay, he's a phenomenal ace level talent, but if AEW wants him, I would bet dollars to donuts that Tony Khan would open up the Brinks truck and pay him whatever he wants to be exclusive to AEW. So yes, he won the G1 Climax. Yes, he's going to be the next heavyweight champion in my estimation. But at the end of the day, who does he really have to feud with? And that's really what it comes down to. Him and Zack Sabre Jr. are going to have amazing matches. They really are. But outside of those two, who do we have, really?
They're teasing him. They've been teasing him and tension between him and Okada.
And that's going to be an AEW exclusive match. It'll probably happen at Full Gear, if not at Revolution next year. So at the end of the day, as much as it would be great for the Japanese fans of professional wrestling to have that in a Japanese promotion, at this point, there's no real avenue for that to happen. Okada's not going back to New Japan. That's pretty clear at this point. So there's only so much we can discuss on that front because of these very legitimate and real issues as a promotion that they're running into.
Yeah, and it's like I want to see, and like I said, thanks to you, I was going online and reading more. I was reading more stuff, but they had a little bit of a TV show that used to come on after TNA New Japan. I used to watch a little bit of that, and then it stopped coming on.
That was on Access, yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was kind of out the loop. All I remember was the last thing was the G1 Climax, and that's the last time I heard anything. I did watch Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP title at Forbidden Door, and that's pretty much, I mean, I see Japanese stars in AEW every now and then, but that's as much as I hear, and that's it.
And again, that's because Zack Sabre Jr. can appeal to a Western audience in a way that many prior acts did not have the distribution opportunities or in some ways the willingness to market themselves. And
his style, and Zack Sabre chooses. I don't know, and a lot of fans are probably technical wrestler fans. His style of wrestling doesn't blow me away. I watched the match with him and Nigel McGuinness at Forbidden Door, and I was like, if you're a technical wrestling fan, that match was for you. I wasn't blown out the water. I wasn't that impressed.
It's a very European style that
you could definitely tell.
And obviously Nigel as well. And it was in London, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, it was.
There you go.
I think it was at the O2 Arena in London.
They built a match for their audience with talent that could perform in said way for said audience. It made perfect sense. And I enjoyed the match a lot, but I'm also, that kind of style does appeal to me. And in general, that's why I enjoy it.
All right. We got another guest coming to the stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tribal Lucas is here, and just for you, Lucas.
How does that correlate to me in any way?
You're 20 minutes late. You get it. Shut up.
Sounds like somebody likes boobies.
You get what you get. You show up on time. You get anything you want.
I mean, look.
You show up late.
I had a valid reason to showing up late. So you can kiss my ass for all I care.
Well,
how's that?
That's honest.
The music made sense then. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas, how are you, fam?
I'll be a little bit better once I hit this bong, but I'm glad to be here and talk some shit. I'm being transparent as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
All right, we got one more.
Right?
We're just wasting time here, man. We were just going over. I'm gonna finish going over I was shooting the breeze with Ricky in regards to this weekend's events coming up. I told Ricky my weekend is pretty much booked with wrestling and college football this weekend,
and NFL football.
NFL football.
He did make that comment. I was here. Hey, you were not. I can say that.
Hey, Ohio State's on a bye this week, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I didn't see them. I didn't see them on the scuff. So where the fuck
are they? We got Washington next week.
Okay.
As you can tell by the lovely decor in my room.
Buckeyes Nation putting in work. All right, I'm gonna go and finish going over the rest of the card for All Out. I will set the hurts on the kid. We got Mercedes Moné versus Riho. Is going to be for the AEW TBS title. This match was just formed like a couple weeks ago. Riho is back, as y'all know. Riho has been with AEW. She was gone for a minute. I don't know. I think she was injured or something. And so she's back. She's fighting Mercedes. Mercedes Moné is probably going to win
What
that
she
match.
needs to do is eat a couple burgers and put some fucking pounds on her little skinny ass. That's what she needs to do.
Yo, Rio's like I think like 97 pounds soaking wet. Like I literally can throw her. Wait, let me stop before I can just showcase.
Probably throw her fucking farther than Brett Favre could throw a football.
I'm gonna move on. Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley in a coffin match. So they're gonna pretty much beat the hell out of each other. They have two maniacs fighting in one match.
So is a coffin match the equivalent to a casket match? I'm just gonna go off a limb and say
it's supposed to be a casket match, but I think you're supposed. I don't know what the rules are for the coffin match. I think you're still supposed to
put him in the coffin, not in the casket.
Yeah, it's pretty much a coffin match. So
I mean, at the end of the day, Jon Moxley's faction is literally called the Death Riders.
The Death Riders.
So I assume that
two crazy motherfuckers in one ring. This is going to be entertaining.
I assume that somebody is going to be put in the coffin due to some amount of interference from said Death Riders. Call me crazy.
Do we see the casket get lit on fire with somebody in it or no?
No, there's no Kane or Undertaker involved.
They're crazy as hell.
Moxley
might do it.
I was gonna say, you act like we need those two to start setting caskets on fire.
Darby's done everything but no, he's done fire so far. So
only thing he hasn't done is get lit on fire while inside of a casket.
Sorry, Jungle Boy, that was on you, buddy.
Oh God. Anyways, next, Mark Briscoe versus MJF in a tables and thumbtacks match. I know Mark Briscoe was shooting the stipulation for this match. I didn't know the stipulation, so I just read this like 10 minutes ago. So it was a tables and thumbtacks match. I don't know what the hell is
that gimmick. Strikes me as trying to make MJF have a match like Orton versus Cactus Jack at Backlash 04.
This pay-per-view is going to
show his toughness. He'll probably win because he's, somebody they want to groom to face off against Hangman at some point for the world title.
Which they did at All In, didn't they?
But he'll do his contract again.
Yeah, it's the contract that's still. He might cash in at All Out. We don't know yet.
No, he can't.
He can't.
Am I the only one who hears that match and just thinks to themselves like Tony Khan is just playing fantasy booking in real life, like he's playing a WWE video game?
The match, no. The gimmick, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not a fan of these gimmick matches. Some of them are like it just.
Some don't make any sense.
Some just don't make any sense. Like tables and thumbtacks match. Like,
at that point, just call it a street fight.
Every match, I think every match in AEW is a street fight. At this point, every match is a street fight.
The modern day Temu ECW, if you really think about it.
Pretty much.
As far as the matches go.
Yeah. Next match, fatal four-way for the women's AEW Women's World Title. Timeless Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Thekla, and a fatal four-way match for the AEW. It's probably Toni Storm's probably going to end up keeping this title again.
Yeah, she's doing too good of work right now to drop that belt.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. We got Okada versus Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada for the AEW Unified Championship. This is the tease of, like me and Ricky were discussing, Okada and Takeshita. I think they're on their way. I think that match is going to come at Full Gear. Yeah. And I think where it's coming at Full Gear. And I think Okada retains this match, but I definitely think we can see that match happening at Full Gear. I definitely see that coming at Full Gear. I think Okada retains, like I said. Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston. I don't know where the hell he's been at.
Injured. He did I believe it was an outside moonsault in, I think, ROH. Landed shin first onto the guardrail, snapped his leg, and he's been out for about a year.
You know how they told you stop trying to do shit you see on TV?
Don't try this at home.
Prime example. You got unathletic fat guys like Eddie Kingston trying to do moonsaults.
Hey, I've lost a lot of weight, so fuck you.
Hey, Keys, I'm not expecting you to get into a professional wrestling ring and start doing moonsaults on motherfuckers, acting like you don't know your place in the ring.
Be a lot cooler if you did, though.
It would be. I'd be very impressed if he did.
I don't mind seeing it actually.
But I'm not asking him of that stature though. Eddie Kingston is a professionally trained wrestler. Like, why are you trying to do somersaults and moonsaults, my guy? That is way, way out of your move.
If I try to do a somersault, I'm going to tell you something right now.
At that point, you're 205 ready. You're 205 live. Ready.
It's not. If I do a backflip, it's not going to end well. I'm probably going to end up in the hospital with a broken neck.
Eddie Kingston ended up on the injured reserve list with a broken shin. So
if I do a moonsault onto the outside, just carry me in a stretcher. Something's broke. I know, and I probably won't be able to walk for like 10 years. At my age, I can't get hurt anymore. I can't because I'm gonna be like
paralyzed, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna be paralyzed. If I do some of the shit they do, I'm gonna be paralyzed. I'm just bring the stretcher out. All right, next match, Fatal 4-Way ladder match. I feel there's a ladder match at every AEW pay-per-view. Brody King and Bandito's actually been on fire this year. The Young Bucks, Jet Speed, and the Don Callis family in a Fatal 4-Way match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. So actually, Bandito has been killing it in Ring of Honor. If you guys haven't watched, he had what pay-per-view was it? It was a Ring of Honor pay-per-view with him and Konosuke Kateshka. I can't pronounce his name. Anyways,
yeah.
Something Japanese.
See, I can't work on my Japanese. Anyways, they had a match. I think it was Death Before Dishonor for the ROH title. That match was a banger. It was good as hell. I actually enjoyed that match. I think Rodito, unless they're going to put the titles on the Young Bucks, I can't see it. So they have been kind of funny since they lost to Swerve Strickland and Ospreay, and they've been coming out with
the poor dudes. Yeah, that's been pretty entertaining.
That's been pretty entertaining, and it's like they're sucking it up. They love it. Yeah, so I've been liking that shit.
Look, at the end of the day, it's still fuck the Young Bucks.
Last match, Hangman Adam Page versus Kyle Fletcher for the AEW World Title. They put a stipulation on the match that if anybody from the Don Callis family interferes, Fletcher will be disqualified and stripped of the AEW TNT title.
You know Don Callis' stupid ass is going to interfere regardless.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher, they've been turning it up on him, man. I like his run ever since he separated from Ospreay and all of them. I like this Kyle Fletcher, and I think he's definitely. Well, actually, Wardlow was supposed to be his opponent, was supposed to face Page, but dumbass got hurt again. He tore his biceps. He came back at All In and tore his biceps.
I thought it was his pec.
It was his pec. I think it was pec. Sorry, he tore his pec on his return back. How the hell you been out for the longest? You come back. And on the night you come back, you get hurt again.
Hey, man. People go to the gym, come back to the gym for the first time, and screw themselves up all the time. It happens.
Now he's out like indefinitely again. So I read online, he was supposed to face Adam Page for the world title at All Out, but they had to change it to Kyle Fletcher. So, but I definitely think I see Page retaining in this one. And I think we're probably going to get MJF and Page probably in full gear in November.
Probably.
Damn, we're almost at the end of the year. Holy shit. Damn, we're almost at the end of the year. That's crazy to think about. Yeah. But anyways, that's All Out. That's Tuesday. Oh, my God. That's tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's where I got myself confused.
No, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Jesus Christ. It's been a long-ass week. Excuse me, y'all.
Put the bottle down. Relax, dude.
Saturday at 3 p.m. on pay-per-view.
Oh, All Out's the same day as WrestlePalooza. That's right.
Yeah, they moved up All Out because All Out was supposed to come on. It was supposed to come on Saturday night at 8, and they moved it up to 3 because when WWE announced WrestlePalooza, All Out moved the time up.
Yep.
Boo.
Which is still like, well, you know, AEW pay-per-views are like 9 hours long, so it might go into WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid.
It's actually pretty true, especially if they're starting with Brock versus Cena.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Oh, we're going to talk about that next. WrestlePalooza Day. It was announced on the Pat McAfee show today that they're kicking off WrestlePalooza with Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I thought that was going to be the main event.
Counter programming.
They're
like you
starting
just
out. They
like
was-
you
You
just
gotta
said.
you gotta get the crowd hot, man, and you need the two biggest names in WWE.
But again, keep in mind, if you are getting if you are having somebody counter your counter programming, like AEW going early, and you know their events go late, smart move to put their biggest act on first.
That's what I'm saying,
So who do y'all see winning this?
John.
I can go either way.
I've heard too many people on the fence about this. They think
Well,
Brock's going to win.
Keep in mind, this is Cena's retirement tour. What do you do when you leave the territory? You lose.
You put somebody over.
Exactly. So I'm on the fence. I could see it either way. I think a lot of it comes down to who Cena's final opponent is going to be, to be honest. If he's going to fight a younger talent, he'll probably win. If he's not, he's going to lose.
So while we're on the topic of Mr. Cena, there's been rumors of somebody possibly confronting him after the match, which might set up his next match.
That tracks.
Who do you think it is?
You know, I've seen this name floating around, and I just think it's fucking crazy. But when you really think about it, it can make a lot of sense. Chris Jericho.
Depends on when his contract's up.
I think he's out of AEW. I think he's done.
I've been reading a lot about.
Let me double check to confirm. But
let's do some quick stat lines here, fellas. Who was John Cena's first pay-per-view opponent? Chris Jericho. Vengeance 2002. Who was Chris Jericho's final opponent in his first run in the WWE? John Cena. SummerSlam 2005.
Who is also known for bringing Cena out during his infamous, move to Raw when the draft was happening. Chris Jericho.
Which set up said last match.
Right. So it's there.
Are you looking up his contract? Because I'm interested in knowing his contract.
Yeah, never mind. It doesn't end until the end of
the
this
year.
Yeah, end of the
So
year.
I'd heard he was like a potential for the Rumble, which
that could make more sense.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and that's what I would be leaning towards, because I can't, unless it's like a favor to him for starting AEW with Tony Khan. I don't see Tony Khan letting him out of his contract early.
Now let me ask you guys this: Edge's contract expires.
No, he's not going anywhere.
End of next month.
He's not going anywhere. He's gonna ride this teaming with Christian Cage as long as he can, because that's how it's just like the Hardys.
It's set to expire next month. Rick, listen.
Injury time, dude. Injury time. Keep that in mind. Because he broke his leg for like 8 months.
I mean,
not wrong, am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading. It says it's set to expire next month.
If you look at the timing of when he debuted, yes, the timing.
Yeah, I see nothing about injury time on here yet.
I kind of feel like he's going to get a tag team title run with Christian.
I'm saying he would make the most sense for Cena's last match when it's all said and done.
But they're not going to pull that trigger. He's not going to let him go.
Not in such short time notice either.
Yeah, not in short time notice, because it's like his tour. It's like you only had limited dates, so it's like he can't face everybody. Like Styles, Roman Reigns. There was a lot of opponents he didn't face during his tour. So it's like he didn't have that much time. I can see if it went of like a year and a half, he could have ended up facing Styles. He could have ended up facing Reigns. But then again, they got storylines going on themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They had other things going on. Like Reigns is shooting a movie. He's out until I think November, I believe, isn't he?
Well, Cody just did his part in that movie, and he's back. And Roman going now, I could see it going for like a month and a half, but I don't see Roman being part of that last run.
We got another one.
Do you guys think he shows up on Saturday?
No. Gut says no.
We'll see. Let me add somebody to the. Let me add.
If he does show up, he shows up during the Usos match for sure.
Yeah. So not Cena.
Hold on.
Mm-mm.
Where is he?
Hiding.
Come out, wherever you are.
I was laughing at Lucas and your brother argue about this trying to turn. Both of them are idiots.
Can you try that again, but a little less muffled?
Yeah, both of my biggest guys. Yeah, hold on.
Is he there?
What up, ass wipes?
There you go.
My man was having a whole conversation. Man was like, "What?"
No, because I thought I had you in my Bluetooth. So sorry.
Mistake
Ladies
for
and
me.
gentlemen,
Very confident about that.
Chris, welcome to the show, bro.
There can be only one sexual chocolate on this chat.
Hey, we got my boy Ricky Rose on this motherfucker, man. Congratulations, bro. Proud of you, man. I'm happy for you, man. For real.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm
Man,
excited.
Lucas, fuck you. Double fuck you. That's a double fuck you. And Larry said fuck you too.
Yeah, fuck both of y'all.
Hey, yeah, fuck me. Fuck me.
Hey, Larry, you're trash at Call of Duty, so.
Hey, what Lucas and Larry don't want to tell you is I be having to carry their asses in Call of Duty, man. They trash.
Now he wants to get on the internet and start capping. Okay.
Yeah, I'm lying.
True pro wrestling fan.
I'm lying,
Talking shit on the internet.
I'm lying.
Don't let this man lie to you. He finishes bottom of the leaderboard when he's playing with me and Larry.
That's a lie, Lucas. Don't lie on me.
Everything is Larry and me at the top two.
Keith,
Don't lie on
we
me,
talked
Lucas.
about this.
He
No
knows-
Call of Duty chat in the show.
He knows who the real killers are in Call of Duty.
I'm gonna let the iron this out. Then I'm gonna move on.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Living the dream, brother. Living the dream.
All right,
What's
Chris,
up,
welcome
man?
to the show, man. Hey, let me finish up with this WrestlePalooza.
Oh yeah, handle your business, dog.
Chris is
Yeah,
Chris
we're gonna get to
shit
the, we're
like
gonna get to the
usual.
main event topic because I want to get Ricky while he's with us right now. All right, so John Cena, Brock Lesnar's opening up the show. Chris, wait a minute, quick question: who do you think is winning? Because we got to hear this one.
It might go no contest. The reason why I say that is because Brock's been out for 2 years. First match back, and you remember the first time his first match back in WWE was against Cena, and he lost.
I was there.
I either see him winning. Okay, you was there. So either he's winning, or it's gonna be a draw. And the reason why I say that too is because his last match he lost.
I was for that one.
Yep.
I on record thought I actually saw his last match live at SummerSlam.
I think we all did.
No, I'm saying like in person.
No, I'm thinking that match was his last match. I think we all did.
Yeah.
I just hope it ain't like the motherfucking match in SummerSlam to where it was just a suplex show.
Fuck it. Let Cena start suplexing him. I want to see.
He's implying he doesn't want to see Super Cena again. But that match with Cody was fire. All right.
It was. That was a good ass match. Cena, they put on a clinic.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do we see any blood on that match?
Yep.
You definitely do. Brock's definitely gonna throw an elbow at Cena and set him up.
We see blood on Cena and Lesnar?
Yes.
Both. Fuck it. Let it rip.
Yeah, honestly.
Cool.
Let it rip.
They're kicking it off with the first match of the night. We might as well.
If anybody needs my ESPN login, let me know.
Shoot, I might.
Shit, I might. Look, hey, let's go. I got another way of watching this. I'm good, bro. But I'll let you know.
Well, see the thing. The whole thing, the ESPN is embedded in my phone bill. So yeah.
Perfect.
That's perfect, bro. My nephew. Shout out to my nephew. He gave me his login for Netflix.
Whoa. We all pay for Netflix. It's all above board on here, brother.
Speak for yourself. I watch Raw on a stream now.
Whoa. We watch television on above board, brother.
Oh, I got the TV going up on the big screen. What I do on the computer is, yeah.
Whatever. Y'all have illegal issues.
Hey, sir, there's this thing called a VPN.
Thank you, Lucas, for mentioning that because I was getting ready to say the same thing.
You ever heard of one?
Nope. Never heard of it. Never heard of it at all.
Well, make sure you can broadcast shit.
I've never utilized the internet.
As far as I know, when I'm watching Raw, I'm in Canada. All right.
I have never utilized the internet from Cambodia or Zimbabwe or even the UK. Never happened once.
I've utilized it from Greece, so
I'm not paying for any services. I am good.
Nonetheless, let's keep
What-
going with the match.
Nonetheless, we're gonna keep going. Let me finish up. Other matches at WrestlePalooza, we got Io Sky versus Stephanie Vator for the vacant Women's World Championship. Y'all know, congratulations, Naomi. Jimmy Uso knocked her up, and she's out indefinitely with the pregnancy. So she vacated the world title, Women's World title, and now Stephanie Vator, who won a match, who won a Rumble all the way back. We got to go all the way back to July to Evolution 2. And she went, it's hard to believe how she got the title shot like almost 2 months ago. And then she was supposed to get the match at Clash in Paris, but they canceled the match because Naomi wasn't cleared. That's
More like she's growing a human inside of her.
She was growing a human inside of her. That's why she wasn't cleared.
Minor detail.
Yeah.
Look.
That match didn't happen. So this match got pushed all the way back to WrestlePalooza. And then Io Sky was supposed to have a match against Naomi. Once again, that's when Naomi was pregnant. So that match got, so they said, well, since both of y'all were supposed to have a match against Naomi, why don't we just put y'all against each other?
And the bloodline keeps on giving.
Yeah. So we said, well, since y'all can't both fight Naomi, why don't you just fight each other for the title?
If Stephanie don't win on Saturday, I'm fucking rioting.
She's going to win. Because I think Asuka's going to cost Io the match.
Fair.
You think so?
I think that's what's going to happen because I think we're on our way to Io versus Asuka at some point.
Shit. About time.
We're gonna get Io versus
life, dudes. That'd be sick.
Look, it's gonna be hilarious because you're gonna have Io barely speaking English and then Asuka just crashing out in Japanese. That's all you gonna.
When she leaves and told Kyrie to come on, that shit has me dying.
Oh, dude, when she starts crashing out in Japanese, I'd be dying in my chair laughing.
Every time she leaves, she tells Kyrie to go. Kyrie! All right, we got the Usos versus Division. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Yo, Lucas sent me that clip from when they were talking when they had the thing on Raw. He called her Orca. That shit took me out because Jimmy lost.
Yeah, he broke character.
He said he shaped one. He shaped like one.
He said the Orca. He built like one.
I was done, man. Who wins this match?
Probably the Usos.
Unless
Y'all see
LA
what's
Knight
been
gets
going on.
involved.
We discussed this. Something's going on with LA Knight, Jimmy, and Jey Uso. Somebody's getting ready to turn. And
They're
I don't know
pushing Jey Uso slowly into the spot that Roman used to hold, not as the head of the table, but as the paranoid Samoan.
So we thinking Jay's gonna turn at some point.
Oh, he's
Probably.
turning into Roman.
Nah, I think LA Knight is gonna be the one to change because he's tired of being an afterthought. Remember, he had a nice little push, and then that shit went to hell. And I think he's probably gonna get tired of it. I really believe LA Knight finna turn.
I believe he's gonna join the Vision.
I don't believe that.
I don't see that.
I do.
think he goes solo, but I don't think he not join the Vision, but he could be an ally to the Vision.
No, I think he joins them. I think that's their fifth member.
I go back and forth on that. My only thinking is the fact that I don't think anybody would deny that LA Knight as a singles
Their fifth
act.
member. Who's the fourth? Just Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and
if we're not gonna count Becky, then yeah, he'd be the
Has
fourth.
Becky joined the Vision?
Okay. Oh, right. I don't think Becky
The fourth man.
Yeah, if we're not counting Becky, then yeah, LA Knight will technically be the fourth if we're not gonna count Becky. But yeah,
Yeah,
I see what you're saying, Chris. Yeah,
yeah, I see that. So who joins the Vision if it's not LA Knight?
y'all better not fucking say Austin Theory. I'll leave this fucking room right now.
I don't think it's Theory.
Y'all need to stop pushing that.
Theory's
as good as
go
gone.
when he comes back.
He's as good as gone at this point, realistically speaking.
Good riddance, because there was a time in 2022 where all you motherfuckers kept trying to tell me the next big best thing and blah 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 and this and that.
He got screwed in some ways.
Lucas, we could go over all the things you said was going to happen and sounded stupid too. So let us have our moment. We was wrong. Austin Theory. I thought I was one of the people that thought Austin Theory was going to
Oh,
the next person.
Bro,
So
I was at SummerSlam watching Brock and Roman kill each other in the Last Man Standing, and Chris texted me as soon as Austin Theory music hit. I'm like, Chris, don't you start with me right now. You know he's not cashing in.
no, I knew he wasn't gonna cash. They was never gonna let Roman lose to no damn no Austin Theory.
Austin Theory
Fuck
would be
no.
best served going on a Drew McIntyre arc. So, in my opinion, leave the company, go do indies, go light up GCW, maybe go to AEW for a bit. Who the fuck knows? And try and
Lord, you're
rebuild
still
himself.
pushing this AEW flag, Ricky.
I'm saying for Austin Theory's career's sake, he needs to show.
No, Austin
what
Theory
he can
don't
do.
need to stay far away from AEW. Real talk.
Then
Let him
another
go
promotion.
independent. Let him go independent. Hell, maybe do a little TNA. But yeah, his career is not gonna fuck.
Chris,
His career is not gonna rise and going to AEW, man.
Chris, keep in mind TNA is so affiliated with the WWE.
That doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit.
I don't know if that's an avenue
hold
for him.
on. If you want to go there, look at Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler's not going back to the WWE. The whole point
exactly. But he's still with TNA.
Dolph Ziggler is in his mid-40s. Austin Theory isn't even 30 yet.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying he's still in TNA. I'm going with your logic that TNA is still with WWE. But even if that is so, Dolph Ziggler doesn't fuck with WWE, and he's in TNA.
I understand that. My point is, if Austin Theory wants to ever try and make another run in the big leagues in WWE, he's got to get away from that system somehow.
I mean, hey, if I look at what Dolph Ziggler can do, if Dolph Ziggler doing it, he's away from that system. I can see Austin Theory doing it, but right now, like you said, he is young, so they keep teetering with him between the main roster and NXT. So. Yeah, I get what you're saying too. So
yeah, I understand your argument. I totally do, and I think if they want to keep him around on the off chance he does well, TNA is the perfect spot for him. But it doesn't seem like they are really convinced on him at all. So he needs to leave the system entirely, go somewhere else. Again, do indies, do something, and build his name.
Yeah. When you put it that way, that's true.
So that's my only point with him. But right now, he's dead in the water. He's deader than dead in the water. In main roster WWE, he needs a refresh of some kind.
I mean, they can't really repackage him because motherfuckers gonna know who he is, so they can't do that. Yeah. It's kind of hard to. I mean, shit. Why couldn't he go to Division though? Why couldn't he go to Division?
They already had him with Seth Rollins once. Honestly, I don't see it again.
Yeah, that ship has failed. That's failed. I just don't see him in the division. I don't see it.
What I'm saying is, okay, why not put him under the tutelage of a Seth Rollins or anything like that? I mean, look what he's doing for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
They already did that in 2020, Chris. They're not going to try that again, is my thought.
What, with Austin Theory with Seth Rollins?
Yeah. Do you not remember him working with Seth Rollins?
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. Damn,
right.
Ricky.
Yeah, you're right.
God,
you're
he was good because I forgot that shit.
To counter that,
Monday Night Messiah. That's when Chris actually started liking Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
With given the past history, it does at some level make sense. I just don't think they're going back down that route.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good point. Damn, I forgot about the Monday Night Messiah. Damn,
because that was Austin Theory and AOP, and then it was Buddy Murphy with them.
Yeah.
That shit was so short-lived, though. That was like a fart in the wind. That's why I don't remember it. It was
during the pandemic. That's why.
It was during the pandemic. That's why.
Yeah.
What?
That was during the pandemic. That was like right at the beginning, right before.
But also remember AOP. Everybody in AOP got hurt.
Yeah.
They stayed hurt. God, every time they stayed hurt, they came back. Then they got released. Then they came back. Then they got hurt. Then they got
hurt. Then released, and it's just an ongoing cycle with those guys.
WWE's Wardlow. There you go.
They're WWE's Wardlow. Basically, that's their Wardlow. All right, let me finish up here. We got two more matches. CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Seth and Becky win that.
I don't see Punk and AJ Lee.
Boy, bullshit. Boy, Seth and Becky is not winning that to you, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch fans. Fuck no, that ain't happening. And I'm not even a CM Punk fan. But you ain't hyping all this shit up for AJ Lee to take a dive. You ain't doing it.
What happened when Brock first came back to the WWE?
Hey, I'm not hearing it. Sorry, can't do it. You didn't already have CM Punk. You didn't already have CM Punk get the Money in the Bank cashed on him. And this is actually a good storyline. You know, you got husband and wife versus husband and wife. I just see what's going to happen is this is going to catapult everything into, okay, we're going to get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, and then we're going to get AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. The battle of four overrated ass wrestlers going at each other. That's just crazy.
Is it me? Is it me or is this AJ Lee? I'm not feeling this.
I've never felt AJ Lee at all.
I'm not feeling it. Just something seems just.
Let's
we already knew she was coming back. My problem I'm gonna tell you what my fucking problem is. I got dumb idiots over here trying to tell me, oh, her pop was better than Punk's, blah blah blah, this and that. Like, shut the fuck up. No, it was not. It was nowhere near and will never come nowhere near to her husband's pop that he got. I'm sorry, but no.
No, for us to be there, no, that pop was nowhere near.
The three of us were there that night.
No, it's not.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I tell you like this, but I was trying to tell Lucas this shit. It really wasn't up there. I mean, it was a good moment, but it ain't top 5 pops to me.
Loudest for sure that I've experienced. Yeah.
I'm talking about AJ Lee. I'm talking about AJ Lee's.
AJ's no, not at all.
It's not a top 5 moment.
Because you got to think. Because you also got to think.
Top 5.
Here's the thing about it. Here's the biggest difference with that. Everybody knew she was coming back that episode. Chris, you and I even said in the car on the way to Survivor Series that night, do we think Punk is coming back? I said 10% of me believed he was, but majority of me did not believe he was. Rick didn't even think he was coming back.
Hell no. I was getting mad at people.
There's a reason the All-State shook that night the way that it did. All right?
Yeah, true.
I've never heard that bitch that loud, and I've been there a lot of fucking times.
That's true. No, that's true. That's why
this run, it just,
and they have too. They can attest to that statement.
That's true because hey, Lucas, we must admit though, when we went to Raw that night and Kevin Owens did the fake Stone Cold, that motherfucker Allstate went nuts too though.
Yeah, but you also got to think there was more people when Punk came back because they did open up the Allstate. They opened up a lot of seating because there was rumors swirling, but you know what those are normally. They're just rumors.
Yeah. Until
we actually see it happen.
Back to the main point at hand.
Okay.
The thing with AJ is her character work could be very good, but quite bluntly, in ring in many ways, she's literally just the opposite side of the coin of Nikki Bella, which she criticized for so many years. And the talent in the women's division has exploded to the point where Becky and AJ can't hold a candle to Io Sky. They can't hold a candle to Asuka. They can't. They did in ring. They just cannot.
Or Rhea. I mean, you could even put
4 years ago.
You could even put Tiffany Stratton up there now too. And pretty soon you're gonna have some of these NXT girls coming up too that are just super athletic.
7 years ago, well, we got you.
The point is,
7 years ago, somebody was the hottest woman on the scene. So
fuck she was not. You just motherfuckers just blew her.
Bro, you can sit here and deny all you want because you're a Class A hater when it comes to her. But even Nia Jax said, if I never punched her bitch ass, she never would have gotten that big.
I'm just not a Class A dick rider like you and Ricky was for that bitch. Don't do me like that. She was not the hottest thing on shit.
Why? Because we were speaking facts. She was the hottest at that time.
No facts.
Can we get back to the conversation at hand?
From her turning heel at SummerSlam to the Survivor Series of that year, yeah, she was the hottest woman in that division.
No, she was not, Lucas. No, she was not. But
Keith, you gotta use the mute button. We gotta get back on track.
I know, yeah. Let's get
I'm
fellas.
done arguing with Chris about this. I don't argue with people who deny facts. Back to the discussion.
You're right. We're not going to take over the show talking about it. You're right.
What I see happening with this match is pretty simple. 3 things. Seth doing something physical to AJ, Punk doing something physical to Becky, and Seth fundamentally pinning Punk. That's my predictions.
I see AJ just pinning Becky, and that's it. And then that sets up the Intercontinental title feud.
That's very possible too.
Yeah,
but I still maintain my first 2 predictions.
I see that happening, but I don't see Rollins and Lynch losing this match. I mean, I don't see them winning this match.
I think Punk and Lee win, but that's just me.
All right. And the last match,
I got Punk and AJ Lee winning.
I'm not even a Punk fan either.
Last match, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Drew should win.
Cody's going.
I said it.
Drew wins.
Drew should win.
I want to see Drew win too.
Drew should win and have his fucking moment.
Cody's going to win, and he's going to keep the title. He just won it.
Unfortunately,
I hope we're wrong. I'm sick and tired of Drew McIntyre getting screwed.
I hope I'm wrong too, because we need to get back to those days where long title runs aren't shit anymore.
No, it just all depends on the motherfucking person. Like,
Roman's is the only exception.
You want to know why though? Because growing up, we didn't get the long title runs with like The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were dropping them every like 2 months, every month or 2 months. They were dropping the title.
But we know that they should have had a long run. See, that's why and also you got to think about the times back in the day where they were just letting the motherfucking belt just get changed like hotcakes. So yeah. I get it because let's forget now in the 80s, y'all wasn't born, only me and Keith was. But like back in the 80s, it was common in the early 80s and 70s. It was common to have a long title run. Shit, Bruno Sammartino,
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Yeah,
Terry
I mean,
Funk as
it
NWA
was
champion, Ric Flair as NWA champion.
Yeah,
Hogan
it was
as
common.
WWF
Like
champion.
20 years.
It was common. It was common for the long
Shit,
title
Fabulous
run.
Moolah even had a long ass title run with the women's title.
I mean, let's keep it a
30
buck.
years.
Motherfucking,
Yeah.
let's just keep it a buck. Shit, John Cena, his 06 to 07 run was long as shit.
That was the first one to beat Macho Man in terms of duration
Uh-huh.
since Macho Man.
Yeah,
Right, didn't hold it
as
that
far
long.
as like modern day, yeah.
And before that, let's keep it a buck. JBL held the title for the long ass time.
Yeah.
He and Cena's first run were, I think, the same amount of time.
JBL's
2 extra days because he got hurt and he dropped it on SmackDown after New Year's Revolution.
JBL's title run hit about 10 months, I think, if I'm not.
Yeah, JBL's title run.
Because I know he won
it.
He won it that summer at the Bash.
9 months.
It hit 7.
He won it that summer.
180 days.
I remember he won it in July.
He won it in July.
And then he
And
lost
he
it,
didn't
what,
lose it till
April? March or April, whenever WrestleMania was that year.
I thought he won it in June at that Bull Rope.
At July.
That was July. Great American
No, it
Bash.
was at the Bash. It was the Bull Rope
Great
match, but it
American
was
Bash,
in
that's
July at the Bash.
Did they really keep that feud going 2 months after Eddie bled buckets? Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they did.
I'll take the on that.
Topic.
They did what?
Oh, when JBL and Eddie had that bloodbath at Judgment Day.
At Judgment Day. Oh, man, he lost a lot
That
of
was
blood.
May. That was May because I bought that pay-per-view. That was May, not PLE. Let's be clear. I don't call them PLEs.
Yeah,
Keith.
Keith.
So anyway, back
Boy,
to the
Keith
point.
over there looking good, bro. No Diddy, G. Real talk.
Why aren't you
feel?
King Keith right now, dude? What are you doing?
Man, right. That ain't Big Keith. That's Slim Keith. Hey, you got to change your name, fam.
That's what people keep telling me. It's like,
No, man, change your name. That ain't
Nah.
Big Keith no more.
You need to be 205 Live Keys at some point.
Hey, that's
I'm almost
there.
at the cruiser. I'm getting down to cruiserweights.
Hey, because
you need that
every
Colonel
time
Man Hardy had then.
every time you drop play, this man hops in our group chat
Sweatsuit,
talk about
riding on a
some.
bike.
I'm
Hey,
on
Ricky, I'm glad you caught that. Ricky, I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah,
You need Shannon Moore, fam.
I lived that life and then I watched that life and then I lived it, so I get it.
Hey, Ricky. So are you going to Ireland for your wedding? What we doing, man?
No. We're staying local in Chicago is the plan as of now.
Are you gonna come out to any type of entrance music?
We'll see.
No, it's not. We'll see, Ricky. It's
Man.
name the entrance music you're coming out to.
Your name ain't Rick Lesnar for nothing.
Oh God. Oh God. My family would only approve of the Hulk Hogan theme song, honestly.
Your name ain't Rick Lesnar for nothing.
All right, fellas. Let's get to the main event topic of why. Matter of fact, Ricky, I'm gonna let you headline this. I'm gonna let you MC it because Ricky's the one that came into just rushed into the chat like the Ultimate Warrior with this idea. He just came running to the ring. Ricky's like, I got an idea, and we said, all right, Ricky, automatically. This is how the show. Look, most of our show ideas come through out of nowhere. We'd be like, hey, we got a topic, and it's like, hey, that'd be a good show topic. Keith, let's do it. All right, Thursday night we're doing it. Bam.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one also who said this isn't a group chat discussion. This is a show discussion right here. So we can all talk some shit to face.
All right, Ricky, come let us know what it is that we're discussing. I'll let you handle it from here.
Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. So, as the title of the episode kind of indicates, there's been an ongoing Twitter debate that kind of centers around Jey Uso. And this actually kind of expanded a little bit further, which was the tweet that I sent into the chat, which was people right now have made the argument online that Jey Uso, in many ways, is the Gen Z version of Jeff Hardy. And this discussion expanded to the idea that the Usos have been a more successful and overall better tag team in the lexicon of the WWE than the Hardy Boys. And I felt that was a pretty good topic of discussion. I talked about it with people outside of this group chat as well. People say that I've talked to have said it's a lot closer than people think. I actually have up some stat lines in terms of championships won within the WWE. Want to be clear, don't want to take the outside stuff into it. I want to keep it in a WWE centric discussion. So let me just read off some basic stats that we have available to us. So the Hardy Boys debuted WWE in 1998. They were jobbers before then, but 1998 was when they first got
when they
signed.
became. Yeah, I got you. I'll get ready to say they were fucking jobbers.
They were jobbers.
Yep.
For my money, the Hardys
anybody who knows and watches passionately knows they were jobbers first.
They were jobbers and like.
For my money, the Hardys are the greatest jobbers to star stories in wrestling history because you literally saw them getting squashed by the Ringmaster and Razor Ramon to having a WrestleMania match, a marquee WrestleMania match.
Two of them.
Yeah. So keep in mind, the Usos and the Hardy Boys, two of only three brother versus brother situations to happen in matches at WrestleMania. The Usos debuted in 2009. The Hardys debuted in 1998 as a main tag team. The Hardy Boys have held, from Wikipedia, which I'm looking at right on my screen right now, they have held the Raw, SmackDown, and WWF/WWE Tag Team Championships a total of 8 times. The Usos have held the Raw and the SmackDown Tag Team Championships a total of 8 times. The Hardy Boys, as we all know, have had many a match that have been stipulations, things such as ladder matches, table matches, TLC matches. The Usos as well have had stipulation matches. They've had table matches. They've had TLC matches. They've also had Hell in a Cell matches. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania. The Hardys never have. The Hardy Boys, between the two of them, have 3 world championships. The Usos have 1 world championship between the two of them. In general, there's a very evenly split argument from there on a tag team basis of who is superior. And I think it's a good discussion to have because we're all, as we all know, we're all on the older side. We all saw the Hardys earlier than we saw the Usos. So we may be a little bit biased of what we saw at a younger age. And I want to be clear on that. But I think it's a good discussion to have of, from a tag team perspective, which tag team do you think was more successful and overall was better? And it's hard to have this discussion because it's a subjective argument, but it's a good discussion to have. So I'll open the floor to everybody having the discussion about it.
One of y'all go first.
Keith, you want to start?
I'll start.
I got to think real quick. I got to rethink.
I got to think too, but I'm going to go on the fly with this. I mean, as far as, God, this is a good one.
I'm still here.
So you're asking in regards to like who had the better careers overall, or
which tag team is overall better? As broad of a statement as you can make, because we can go into the individual careers and we can have that discussion too, and that's part of this as well. But I feel like it's important. I did bring up the world title thing, which is an individual thing, but start with just tag teams as tag teams.
So who had the better success as a tag team, in our opinion?
Who was better? Just as broad of a question as I can offer as a tag team, team specifically.
There's arguments for
define better. Like what are we?
That's the point. Interpret it
like criteria. Like, are we talking like better matches, like more more tag team title runs, like
they're even
better opponents? Like, what are we thinking here?
What again?
Because here's the thing. Hardys do have two marquee matches in WrestleMania history. Like, they're two that people really go back and rewatch, especially the second TLC or
TLC
second TLC. Yeah.
Well, the first one was a triangle ladder match.
No, I know that the first one technically
TLC
was a ladder match, but the Dudleys, doing Dudley things, started to introduce tables in there at some point.
Oh yeah.
But it's still two matches that they go back and rewatch. Usos don't really have that WrestleMania match that people say that, like, oh, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that.
That main event against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was fucking great, though.
Yeah, but if you're looking at it from like an all pure wrestling perspective, sure. But if you're looking at three tag teams who just beat the hell out of each other, like the whole match from the start of the bell to the last bell, I mean, shit, I'll go back and rewatch TLC 2 any day of the week over any Uso match. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't exactly, because that's my point. If I'm going to go back and watch a match, I'm not going to go back and watch KO and Sammy versus the Usos. I'm going to go back and watch the TLC. And maybe I'm being biased because I grew up in that era in regards to when that match took place, the TLC, rather than now. But if I had to say, I mean, if you're pointing a gun to my head and you're telling me make a decision right now, I'm gonna say I gotta go with the Hardys. I gotta go with the Hardys, and it's just because it's like once again, I'm going back to what Lucas said. I'm gonna go back and watch the TLC match over anything. That's the match I remember, and they had multiple feuds with the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and it's just like Team Extreme. It's just like you remember all that.
If I'm gonna be honest, Rick, real quick, there's probably only one match of the Usos that comes to mind that I would really go back and rewatch. It's the Hell in a Cell match.
Yes, that match was fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, let me posit this as well. We are cutting off the other half of the conversation. The Usos blow the Hardys out of the water in terms of promos. They blow them out of the water in terms of character work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which comes into this too. That's why I want to just give you the who's better and bring all these angles together.
The Usos would eat the Hardys for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the microphone.
Right? You got to remember the Usos. They didn't talk a lot when they first came in. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't. They had the face paint. Remember, they had the face paint and
yep.
And
I saw their first tag title win over Who was the Usos' first tag title win over?
Wasn't it Cesaro and Tyson Kidd?
No. The New Age Outlaws.
Road Dogg.
The New Age Outlaws. March 3rd, 2014.
2014. I remember that.
That's who it was.
Yep, I was there for that.
2014. I remember that. That's when the Braun was the Copper
What pay-per-view was that?
That was Raw.
It was Raw.
It was
Raw.
Like Copper was going to show up and didn't. And Paul Heyman cut that promo to start the show.
I was at Payback like 2 months later.
Yep.
This was during the whole authority angle.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when the whole authority angle happened. When where'd Chris go?
I don't know.
Oh, he's
I'm trying to have a discussion here. What the hell?
Yeah.
Here he is.
But no, I remember that's when the Usos, because I remember when they went from the face paint and then when they turned heel. Remember when they beat down Alpha Academy?
Were y'all able to hear me?
No, we lost you.
Okay, so y'all didn't get a chance to let me say something. So
yeah, go ahead.
So you guys are going by matches, and that's the criteria by what type of matches they had. That was
I brought up the promo part as well as like the second part of the conversation because that's part of this all too. That's why I'm saying who's better. And I'm giving you all the arguments that I can right now on both sides of the aisle.
Okay, now I was able to hear what Lucas said, and I mean I kind of agree with what he's saying. The Usos outside of the Hell in a Cell really don't have a match that can captivate what the Hardys had, which is the TLC. But then if you're gonna go with that criteria, then there's a lot of tag teams that don't have that. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
so I don't know if I can go with that because to be honest with you, that was just an innovative match. So if that's the case, then are you gonna put Edge and Christian above them? Are you gonna put Edge and Christian above the Usos? Are you gonna? I mean, shit. If we're gonna be honest with you, then if we're gonna go with that, then the Dudleys trump everybody because the Dudleys have experienced those type of matches when they was in ECW. They was doing that shit. If you want to be honest with you, they brought that shit to WWE. So if that's the case, then we shouldn't be talking about the Hardys and the Usos. Then we should be talking the Dudleys is trumping all of that shit.
So let me add to that. And I think the only reason that the comparison of the Usos and the Hardys is because their style is a little similar.
And their brother tag teams. And they've been involved in
you know what? Their style.
They're high flyers.
I don't know. I don't know. I think we take it. And I'm not speaking for you guys, so I don't want to say we, but I think maybe if I was to say that, then Jeff Hardy was really the high flyer. Matt Hardy was the stagnant. You know, if you want to call him he was the stronger of the brother.
the base for Jeff to jump off.
The stronger of the brother. Okay, the Usos really don't high fly. They're not doing death-defying shit. They're really not. I mean, outside of the splash and
well, keep in mind which one of the Usos had that Selena Del Sol off the ladder in that TLC match.
Yeah, 100%. So what I'm also saying is you don't with the Hardys you were guaranteed that in every special tag team match that they did. You were guaranteed that. With the Usos, you're not going to get that. And everybody jumps over the ropes now. So if you want to go, I can't say they're similar, but what I can say is when it comes to charismatic, the only one that had that was Jeff Hardy.
Now, and what I said to them too was we also got to take into account like the building of a match, being a promo, being a character, and the Usos clear the Hardys on that front.
Right.
Which is why this all kind of ties together into this conversation of which tag team is better. And that's why I tried to keep it as open-ended of a question as I could.
Right. No, 100%. No, 100%. I kind of look at it like, you know, I think you said it best. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's all subjective. So can we argue this? I feel like this argument can go on for a long time. It's all in what you want. It's all in what you're looking for. Fair. I agree with. I'm gonna tell you like this. I agree with Lucas and what Lucas saying, but also because that was more Lucas's. You know, he grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He grew up on that. You guys grew up on that. I grew up on the Dudleys, but we're not talking about who my favorite tag team is because my favorite tag team is the Road Warriors, and they was the first to do one of them death-defying ass because the scaffold matches. Yeah, go take it. Go look. Go. Ricky knows. Keith
Jim
knows.
Cornette.
I remember.
Jim Cornette falling off that bitch. Midnight Express. So I mean, we're not talking about that, but that's what I mean. Yeah. What I can also say is charismatic with charisma, the style of matches, singles run. I think the Hardys beat the Usos in the singles run.
I agree. I'll wholeheartedly agree.
I actually, here's the stat that I'll throw out there. I was thinking about this earlier today. If you count like old titles that got revived as being the same championship, there are 2 championships in the history of the WWE that the Hardys have not won. The Universal Championship and the 24/7 title. Matt Hardy won a Cruiserweight title early. Jeff Hardy won a World Heavyweight Championship in the original one. They've won the ECW title. They've won the European, United States, Hardcore, and Intercontinental, and Light Heavyweight Championships. At a singles run level, the Hardys easily clear the Usos, without question.
Chris, is that you on your end? Because I don't know if you're coming in muffled.
Yeah, Chris, we lose you?
Chris sound like he sent a bag or something. He's talking through a bag.
Okay, y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you were coming in it was really bad.
Real robotic.
Okay, sorry. No, I was able to hear what Ricky was saying.
Okay. Chris, you still there?
Oh, he'll be back. I think he's gonna reconnect.
Yeah, but yeah, in regards to all the titles and everything like that, and it's like I still understand Jimmy hasn't gotten a singles run like as a champion. It's like I don't know. It's like I thought he was gonna win the United States Championship at some point. I thought it was gonna end up being at WrestleMania. I thought he was gonna end up facing LA Knight for the US title at some point, but it's like they never pushed Jimmy to win any singles titles. Like Jay has been the one to win the singles titles.
I mean, and maybe that's part of this conversation too, is the fact that, I mean, we can say what we want about, you know, the success that Jeff had and the success that Jay's having now. If you're looking at it from the angle of the tag team brother that ultimately doesn't have the same level of accolades, maybe you have to make the argument of which one creates a better floor for the other brother at that point.
Yeah, I definitely think. All right, he's back now. Let me see. Hopefully his reception is better. Chris, you good?
Is that better? Can y'all hear me?
That's better, much better.
All right. So I'm sorry, man. I'm outside because I'm being loud. So
you good?
But yeah, what I heard from Ricky is actually correct. That Matt Hardy. And the only reason why we all say this is because Jimmy hasn't had that run yet.
No, not yet.
He hasn't had that run, and I honestly don't think he'll get that run.
Not the way Jay has, no.
No, but Jimmy hasn't even got that Matt Hardy run. You forget Matt Hardy version 2.0 was that shit.
Great comparison, Chris. I like that because I was getting ready to mention. I'm like, it's almost like he's on the Matt Hardy train.
But Matt Hardy was an ECW world champion.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget when Matt Hardy came back after being fired with the whole Edge and Leader shit. He was definitely getting them huge pops.
Yeah, it was.
So his title against MVP.
Yes.
Can I throw something out there as well?
Yeah.
If we're looking at them, like, I'm going to make this argument real quick. The Usos as a tag team have a far better storyline than the Hardys ever did as a tag team. The bloodline alone clears any storyline stuff that the Hardys ever did. The Hardys had amazing matches, and you knew they were going down the road of multiple TLCs, which is fine. But if you watch the stuff in between that, it wasn't one cohesive story.
It was entertaining. I don't remember.
Right, well, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, everything else outside of TLC, I don't remember Hardys having a feud with anybody else.
Their only feud was like a 2-week feud with the 2-man power trip. And one of the things on this Wikipedia page is, if you remember when the Hardys had that match with Edge and Christian, the first tag team ladder match at No Mercy 99, they had the Terry Invitational Tournament Series.
I remember that.
Tits. And that was like the biggest feud, if you will. But they really weren't cutting promos on one another. It was all what happens in the match. And the Usos have had a much better level of success being able to be part of a big storyline than the Hardys have.
Yeah, that 2-week power with the 2-man power trip, with all they did was they were just punching bags for that. They were except
for when Jeff won the IC title, and
but y'all get ready to say that. Except when Jeff won the Intercontinental Championship. You're right. Yes, 100%. And then once again, Jeff was the first one to be able to get out on his own. But it was really dope how when they both split up, their careers progressed. Jeff Hardy, he got in that feud with the Undertaker, and
I was just getting ready to say that, Chris.
And then Matt Hardy was a really good mid-carder, but you got to forget Matt Hardy was fighting Undertaker, Brock Lesnar,
early SmackDown.
I'm playing Undertaker too. Don't forget.
I'm playing SmackDown Shut Your Mouth right now, and that was right in the era of Matt Hardy turning on Jeff.
Exactly. So they both had great careers, and Jay, like I said, not to say Jimmy doesn't have a great career, but Jay, he surpassed that. Jay doesn't need to be with Jimmy. Jimmy needs to be with Jay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well said. Well said, Chris. Well said. I like that. Yeah, so, Jimmy. Because
that's no disrespect to Jimmy, because Jimmy's fucking hilarious. But if Jimmy's not with somebody, I feel like Jimmy can't swim on his own.
Now, let me
back down, bro.
Let me throw this out there real quick. I think the best feud that a Hardy had in the WWE was Jeff versus CM Punk in 2009.
Right.
Would you? I'm guessing the answer is no. Would you put Jay's run to face Gunther this year anywhere close to that?
Gunther
starting at Saturday Night's Main Event, losing at that, winning the Rumble, Gunther crapping on him in the entire build, and then winning at WrestleMania.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I know this may sound, I don't know. All that was great. Me and Lucas we was in the building to see that, him winning the Royal Rumble. He got a huge pop. But I honestly feel Jay's, as a singles competitor, his biggest moments was with Roman.
Yeah. Yep. The first two matches.
Main event, Jey Uso.
But also, let's not forget, Jey Uso was the first one to pin Roman Reigns.
Yes. That tag match. That
after not being pinned for 4 years.
Yeah. That Bloodline Civil War match.
The Civil War, yeah. Remember, he was the first one to pin him. And remember that pop they got for that shit?
Yeah. Again, all this kind of ties into this whole discussion, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because there's a lot of material across the board to play with here.
It's like a never-ending argument, honestly.
I agree.
Very good argument, though.
I agree. I agree.
Hand up, I'm a fully owning, self-admitted Hardys mark. So for me, I prefer the Hardys, but the longer I've thought about it, the closer the argument gets for me.
Yeah.
And plus the singles match, the feud within the brothers. Matt and Jeff had a better feud then, because Jimmy and Jay, that match at WrestleMania was terrible.
That was rough.
It was nothing but super kicks. It was nothing but a super kick match.
The best part about that WrestleMania for those two was Jimmy getting speared by Jay off the stage.
You know what, though?
In the match.
But you know what? I'll raise you that. That match wasn't good, but neither was Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy at WrestleMania.
Wasn't that great either.
That match was not. Was that a hardcore match?
Yeah.
That was horrible. That was
not good either.
That was ass.
Yeah. And that storyline, leading up to that match kind of sucked too, if you think about it.
It did.
Oh, Jeff, I might have burned your dog in your house fire.
It did.
You know what I mean?
It did. It was horrible.
So
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to posit that to the group because I feel like it's a good discussion because, again, the more you think about it, in some ways, the closer it does kind of get.
That's a good discussion.
That is a good discussion. We got to copyright that discussion because somebody take our shit.
Yeah. I'll work on the paperwork.
Hey, but see, hold on. But Lucas brought up an interesting point. Now, if we want to go back to the style of the matches that each one of them do, can we also put that in the Hardys was just in a different era?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's not many TLC matches. I mean, you forget. Well, they had the pay-per-views, the TLC, but where back in the day, the Hardys was damn near in a TLC match or a ladder match or a tables match or an extreme match in damn near every Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view.
They were in the
You know what I'm saying?
tables match at the Royal Rumble with the Dudleys.
I got 2 points. Chris, to your point, I got 2 comments.
Okay.
Number 1 is a question. Were the Hardys part of a different era, or did they help create that era?
Oh, shit.
As far as tag team wrestling goes, sure.
I mean,
well, hold on. Well, okay. Then if that's once again, we bring it back to that. You can't say they created that because they were a part of that era.
We're part of the creation of it, we can say.
Well, when they started getting the notoriety, the Attitude Era was already in.
Yes, that's a huge.
So,
that part of it, I will agree. That is not up to them, 100%.
But what I will say is, the Hardys took off right when Edge and Christian took off, and right when the Dudleys debuted.
Yep.
And because right at that moment, it was just really the Acolytes and the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, and that was before Too Cool. That was before
exactly. That was before the
New Age Outlaws were done.
Right. So, because if you want to be technical about it, 99 going into 2000 and the 2001 was the year of the tag teams.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it was.
It was the year of the tag. It was the Dudleys. You had APA. You had Edge and Christian. You had the Hardys.
Cool. You had the Radicals.
You had TNA. You had you had the right to censor. You
gotta remember
Too Cool.
The right to censor. Oh my God.
You had Too Cool. You had
there was one
tag team title too. And
hold on, you had the Radicals. You had the Radicals. You had I mean, there were so many different tag teams. Kane and X-Pac.
Yep. I mean, it was a good time to be a tag team wrestler. 99 to 2001, pretty much.
Imagine if they did the brand split way back then when SmackDown was. Imagine if they did the brand.
That was never going to happen. The brand split was only a manufactured way to recreate WWF versus
WCW, right? The brand split. The brand split is because the business was getting fucked up because they had nobody to be in competition with.
Yep.
I was SmackDown.
NWA TNA wasn't there yet.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
Vincent took over everything. Had taken over everything.
Yep.
I'm still here.
No, you're good. And I'm sorry, Chris. I lost the second comment I was going to make. You brought up a really good argument, and I had something to throw back at you, but I just lost it. I'm sorry.
Real quick.
No, it's cool.
No,
but you definitely made this. That's definitely a good conversation. And to be honest with you, when you presented it in the group chat, I was like, man, fuck all that. That don't make no sense. Because remember, I was like, doesn't make sense. But then now that we're talking about it, it makes a lot of sense. And it makes for a great debate. It makes for a great topic.
The longer you think about it, the more closer it gets, is the way I'm going to describe this.
And you know what? And you know what? And I know what's going to happen. Because Lucas is good for this, and I'm good for it with him. He's going to hit me. He's going to text me something like, hey, and another thing about the Hardys and why I picked the Hardys. I know Lucas is going to do that. And it's going to be on some random 9:30 in the morning type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I just had an epiphany at work.
Real shit, though. Real shit.
Yeah.
No, I know I'm going to get that text message. It's going to be like, hey, and another thing is, remember when Jeff Hardy did this? And I'm going to be like, damn, you do got a point. Yeah. Or you're going to talk about some type of tag team match. It gives you something that I feel like we're going to keep coming up with something like, oh, about this one or about this one.
Well, then maybe we got to go on this conversation train of like different tag team comparisons, Keith, for future reference. Because
we can definitely. I was about to say we can expand
or singles competitors.
Singles competitors, I feel like that ground's been really like, what are we going to do? Debate Brett versus Shawn for the 5
I mean, basically, you think about the guys that you'd pit against each other in a dream match.
True.
I mean, but how many times are you going to keep doing the dream scenarios, right?
Whoa. One thing to bring up. The Hardys beat the Usos for the tag team titles on SmackDown in 2009. Boom.
I remember that match.
Boom. Mic dropped.
I knew that was coming. I was like, didn't the Usos? Because I found that thing for the title of the show, the picture. I was like, didn't they face each other at one point?
Yep.
I was like, I had to remember real hard in regards to when they face each other. So I was like, yeah, they did face each other.
I'm gonna go with so all in all, I give the Hardys the slight edge. But the thing is, this is gonna be a complete contradiction, and I know it is. I give the Hardys a slight edge, but I give the Usos a higher spot as the greatest tag team above the Hardys.
I get that. You could compare, like, again, the same kind of thing of like the number one college football team in the country doesn't always make the national title game type thing.
Yeah. So like I would definitely take the Usos as an all-time greater tag team than the Hardys, but I will take the Hardys as a whole because tag team and singles wise, I would put them over the Usos.
Reasonable stance. I get it.
Yeah.
And that's because Jimmy is Jimmy's fault.
It's like Matt, Jeff, Jay somewhere, and then Jimmy.
Right. Now I'll ask you this: are you putting Jay over Jeff, or who? We already know Matt Hardy is over Jimmy.
No.
What?
No, I'm not putting Jay over Jeff.
Jeff has it.
I put Jeff over Jay.
Wrestler in history.
Jeff has a better.
And that's without being able to cut a promo to save his fucking life.
Hold on. Right now, Jeff Hardy has a better singles career than all three of those other ones put together. Sorry, but that's true.
Pretty fair.
More title runs, better matches, better storylines.
Okay, Lucas. Now I gotta be the one that always push back. So they do have more title runs, but
I'm talking about Jeff individually.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I know Jeff has the more title runs, but was those title runs any meaning? They have any? Because none of those title runs made a dent in shit. As far as I think Jeff Hardy's intercontinental run was better than his
I'm more talking about his world title runs because that's when you actually got to see Jeff Hardy,
But that's what I'm saying. I think Jeff Hardy's intercontinental championship runs is better than all of his world title runs.
You think so?
I do.
I agree. Here's
the thing. I do. Maybe not when Jeff had the belt, but when Jeff was chasing the belt.
Yes. Sure. Okay. There you go. When
Jeff was chasing the world title, sure.
I agree with that.
Sure.
I agree. And I'm going to tell you like this. Jey Uso does not have a title chasing match that's better than Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker.
Not better.
No.
I'll tell it to you like this. Jeff Hardy's worst title chasing match is still better than Jay's best one.
I would agree.
I'm not even saying that to knock Jay down. I love Jey Uso, but he, like Chris said, he doesn't have that, that match.
Jeff Hardy, AJ
Hard
Styles.
to explain, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles was SmackDown a few years ago.
Jeff Hardy, AJ, and Sami Zayn in the triple threat ladder match.
Oh my God, that match! Woo!
That match was a slapper. For sure.
That match was definitely a slapper. That was in the Thunderdome era, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in the Thunderdome. Was that the match he handcuffed at the ear?
Yep.
Jeff Hardy's ear to the ladder?
Yep. Oh, Hardy versus Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell. When Randy Orton took the screwdriver in his earlobe.
Oh, God.
Not a title run, but a great match.
Oh, God. I remember every time somebody has a piercing or something like it reminds me when Triple H took the nose ring out of Batista.
Oh, God. That was rough.
God, I was like, I can't watch. I was like, I want to, no, wait a minute. I got to see it.
When it's all said and done, though, I think it's safe to say Jeff Hardy has probably had the best career of the four.
That's the best career out of all three. I definitely.
And that's without being able to promo to save his fucking life.
You know what? I'm not gonna. I can't even deny it. When y'all all put it that way, man, I can't deny it. Yeah, the Hardys, as a whole, the Hardys got the Usos.
With all due respect.
Yeah. As a tag team,
and all of us, and don't get it twisted.
The Usos got the Hardys.
For anyone watching, all of us in here love the Usos.
No, love both.
I agree.
All four.
You're right. No, you guys are fucking right.
I love the Usos.
You guys are right.
All right.
I love the Usos, especially when they end up turning heel, because it was like, okay, then they came out with new gear. They came out. I like when they turned heel, they turned their whole aspect. That's when they came with the Air Force Ones and then the Uso Penitentiary. I was like, okay.
But I will make one thing clear that Rick said earlier, and I'm gonna wrap it up because I know we all gotta go. One thing the Hardys will never have is mic work. That's
or
the one
WrestleMania
thing.
main event.
Well, that's what Ricky said. He said they don't have the mic work.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
like I'm just making it very well known. The Usos will talk the most shit, and they will body those two on the mic.
Yeah, without question.
No, they do. But the Hardys do got the matches, and the Hardys do got the tag team and singles run on their side, as well as single title runs too. They got that on their side. So the only thing, so we can all concede that the Usos as a tag team is better than the Hardys, but the Hardys as a whole, tag team, singles, everything, they're better than the Usos.
I think that's a fair stance.
That's a fair stance. Yeah. I'll agree with that. That's a fair stance.
I'm not gonna hate on it, and I don't have any argument. Closing argument is I don't have it. Y'all win that one.
Well,
and I apologize for going against it, but
no,
y'all win that one.
That's part of the discussion, dude. All good.
All right, real quickly, and we're gonna wrap this up. War Games. What direction are they going in with War Games? Because I feel like they're getting ready to do TNA and NXT at War Games.
Fuck it. Do TNA lockdown, but make it War Games. Every match is War Games.
I think we're about to see an invasion angle.
It's going to start next Saturday.
I think we're going to see an invasion angle with TNA and NXT the same way WCW invaded WWE back in the day.
Because
Shawn Michaels loves rewriting his favorite storylines from back in the day.
Or do you see it happening like how NXT invaded Raw and SmackDown when we went to Survivor Series?
No, because this is a completely different company, Chris. Like, it's just like how WCW was. Now you're not going to get the same, shock factor.
Shock value.
It's not going to be this. It's not going to be the same it factor, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be that same concept because I've seen how Shawn Michaels has been booking NXT. Right. And he loves to rewrite a lot of his favorite storylines from back in the day that he was either A, involved in, or B, had some affiliation in.
Yeah, I see this going down as war because I was trying to figure out what's the War Games match because they start building a War Games match around this time of the year, and I don't see any major feuds that are going into the War Games. So I think this is going to start the War Games talk when they go into NXT and TNA. I think this is going to start. I think they're going to get 2 games. They're going to, and then I think next year is
No Mercy next week, right?
Yeah, well, No Mercy is next Saturday.
Right. So I think that's going to end with TNA and the NXT roster brawling in the ring.
Yeah. And I think, did they say War Games is going to be 2 nights next year?
I don't know.
They were talking about most of the.
They're trying to move the Rumble to 2 nights.
2 nights now.
So they're going to they going to take the title off Trick Williams then?
No, Trick Williams is going to lose the title at Bound for Glory, which is in October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Santana.
I would. Hey, Keys, if I were them, I'd move the Rumble to 2 nights first before I even do Survivor Series.
They're talking about it.
One men's main event the next.
Yeah, they're talking about doing 2 nights. I don't think they're going to do it in January, but I think for the near future,
what Ricky said,
all the big 5 pay-per-views are going to be 2 nights. Like they did it with SummerSlam. They did
look, you did it with WrestleMania. It worked, and they've been doing it since. It worked with SummerSlam.
I want to be so you would do War Games Saturday night, and then you would do the men's War Games Sunday, or the women's War Games on Sunday night. And then
Saturday, and then the men's on Sunday.
Yeah,
you could do that.
I can see that, but I think we're getting TNA and NXT.
Or you do night 1 for Survivor Series, a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. And then night two, you do a War Games match.
I missed that so much.
But how would that fill the time slot?
Oh, I mean, let's be real now. Since Triple H took over, we've been seeing 5-match cards, 6, maybe 7 for, like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So, I mean, you can easily scrap together 5 matches for each night.
But for 2 nights, you want people to watch it. You don't want people to just watch it for War Games. So if you're going to do Saturday night, you're going to do the traditional, and I'm with that. You know what I mean? But you got to have some star power in those traditional matches. If you're going to throw that, like you said, you want to do the invasion angle and shit like that. So you want to do that, and then Sunday you want to still have some star power in it. I think maybe you do Saturday, you do 2 girl traditionals, 2 men traditionals. Boom. Then they're the women's World Games. There you go. Next night, same thing. Boom. You done fulfilled your slot.
You could do that too, yeah.
I think mix it up.
I think War Games this year, and I think the whole pay-per-view Survivor Series War Games is going to be TNA NXT.
Probably.
Hey, Lucas, night 1 ends with the women's War Games, and then night 2 ends with the men's War Games.
But like we were just saying,
that too.
It got to be the big names. You got to do Moose. Moose is 100%. Yeah,
you got to find a way to get Dolph Ziggler in there. You got to wait.
What was the argument about the invasion back in 2001? It was only B+ stars that were in the invasion storyline.
Facts.
It was only B+. We didn't get.
But that's because Vince didn't want to fucking wait.
No, the Time Warner contract.
It's because Vince spent all of his money on the fucking XFL and couldn't pay out contracts that Time Warner had.
And he still didn't want to wait.
XFL.
I keep watching. They always said Vince could have waited. The WrestleMania 18 could have been the invasion.
The start of the invasion.
Somebody said
it could have been the start of the invasion. You fucking right.
They wasted the invasion. It could have been so much better. And I was, as a fan growing up watching that, I was like, when I go back and watch the documentaries and everything, I was sitting there like, I was expecting to see this, but then we got this.
Yeah.
I was so let down.
Big
I was
wet fart of a storyline.
Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute. So when is so-and-so showing up? Wait a minute. I remember seeing him in WC. Where are they at?
And then the night after the invasion ends, wait, who shows up? Ric Flair.
Oh. Right.
I'm like, what the
right. That made no fucking sense.
I'm
the
like,
consortium was me.
Where the hell were you at when this shit
He
began?
said we're partners now.
Yeah, that invasion storyline. We did a show on that. That was like one of our early shows.
Did a show on that.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, we did a early show on that. I think we talked about how we could have made it better. I got to go back and watch that show on regards to how we could have made that better. We definitely could have made that better, man. That definitely could have been better. All right, we're going to wrap it up, y'all. Hey, Ricky,
I got to go.
Thank you, Ricky, for the show topic.
Thanks for gracing us with your presence, Batman.
Yeah, we won't see Ricky. We won't see you until like 2035.
Rick lived up to his name. Brock Lesnar came back. Rick Lesnar came back. Hey,
facts. Yeah. He said, "I'm on that Brock Lesnar schedule now."
We're going to talk about your contract. We're going to talk about your contract after the show, Ricky.
He's not controversial though. He's not controversial.
Ricky didn't read his contract in regard to his guest appearances. He didn't read paragraph 4 and line number 3.
I told you,
you know what it is, Keith?
Didn't hit.
You know what it is, Keith? Ricky got that Lex Luger 1991 contract. If you know what that contract was, yeah, that's what Ricky got.
Boys and girls, Google that contract if you get the chance.
Yeah, he had limited dates.
Limited date. When Ricky comes on the show, we have to, and he's graceful to wait. We drop everything there. When Ricky tells you he's going to be on the show, I don't give a damn what you doing. If your kid got a football game, fuck the
cancel
game.
It. Cancel all of it. Cancel date night.
I have now made myself an attraction. You're welcome.
If your girlfriend, your wife's pregnant, she can wait. Ricky's on the show.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah. When Ricky's on the show, we have to cancel everything that we're doing. I didn't have anything else planned today.
Always glad to be here, fellas. Always glad.
See y'all.
All right.
Y'all have a good one.
I'm gonna wrap this up, gentlemen, with my shit and everything. But thank y'all for being on. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the group chat.
Always. I'm gonna go watch the
See
rest
ya.
of the football game.
All right.
All right. Holler at your dude Whistle.
Deuces.
Adios, fellas.
All right. Thank you, Ricky. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for episode 3, season 5 of Wrestling Talk Radio. Great discussion. As always, if y'all want to be on, and I know I apologize. This show was kind of thrown together at the last minute, so I apologize once again. But if you ever want to be on the show, you're more than welcome to come on. Hit me up, message me on Wrestling Talk Radio, or message me on my Instagram, The Real Big Keys. If y'all want to be on Talk Wrestling, I would love to have y'all on, man. This is what I do. This is what I love. This is why I created this show, to discuss wrestling, to have topics like this. This is why I made this show. And this is Wrestling Talk Radio is my child. I love it. This is why I created it, for we can have a forum where we can discuss things like this. This is for wrestling fans. I made this show for wrestling fans. This is for wrestling fans by wrestling fans. And I appreciate y'all for being with me since day one. I appreciate all the love. Those 3 gentlemen that were on my show don't know how much I appreciate them from the bottom of my heart. Especially Chris and Lucas, who have been with me for the past 5 years for this show. I love them to death, and I thank them for everything they've contributed to this show and what they've done to this show. Much love. Ricky, I appreciate you dropping your knowledge on me, because you taught me something in regards to New Japan I didn't know. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Once again, follow us on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, X. Follow all the socials. Appreciate all y'all for the love that y'all giving me. Enjoy wrestling this weekend. All Out is Saturday at 3 o'clock on pay-per-view. And then also we have WrestlePalooza on the ESPN app. Go watch those. Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy football. Enjoy college football, NFL football. Enjoy y'all weekend totally, man. But I'm going to wrap this up. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. I don't know what the next episode will be. We'll just kind of randomly doing this as of right now. So, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for letting us be part of your night and discussing wrestling. And y'all can go back and watch and subscribe to that YouTube channel where y'all can go back and watch all the past shows over the past 5 years. I promise y'all won't be disappointed. So there's some good shit in there. But with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Rest in peace, Mom. Rest in peace, Ness. Rest in peace, Pops. And most importantly, rest in peace, Cap. Cap, we miss you, dog. You also been, Cap was with us since day one. Rest in peace to everyone we lost, man. And let me say this before I shut down. I know the last 2 weeks have been a lot. I'm not going to go into it. I don't do politics or nothing like that. So I'll just say it like this. I know the last 2 weeks has been a lot going on in the media in regards to the incident that happened. But I think we all need to just take a step back and just love on one another. It doesn't matter your race, your color. It doesn't matter that. At the end of the day, what should matter is that we should all love each other. I, myself personally, I like comedy. I laugh. I've been through a lot of shit myself. And I was actually having a conversation with my sister earlier this evening before the show. I told her laughing is the best medicine. We need to smile, spread love. With everything that's going on in this world right now, with all the craziness, all the madness, I think we need to take a step back and just love on each other. Because at the end of the day, love is all we have. We can sit here and say, I hate you. I don't like your beliefs. I don't like what you stand for. Or you can take a step back and just say, I love you. Simple 3 words. Because love is what we need right now. I'm desperately love and a smile. Smile. Love. That's what we need right now. With that being said, thank y'all again for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm signing out. And as we always say here at Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. Until next time, good night, y'all.